The time is 9 o'clock, and you're listening to CHMA 106.9 FM in Sackville, New Brunswick.
And now it's time for your CHMA News. We're broadcasting from Sackville, New Brunswick, the heart of the Maritimes and the traditional and unceded lands of the Mi'kmaq people. Coming up in the next 15 minutes, we'll have your local news, Atlantic update, weather, sports update, and some community announcements.
I'm Mike Robar, and this is your local CHMA News. Coming up today, April is National Poetry Month, and CHMA sat down with Tantramar's Poet Laureate Laura Watson to talk about some events marking the month and why she thinks more people should give poetry a chance. But first, Premier Susan Holt says she's committed to making necessary changes to address NB Power's rising rates, according to reporting from the Canadian press. This comes after last week's third-party review, which said, among other things, that politically motivated rate freezes have added more than $1 billion to the $6 billion debt held by the utility. The report called for an end to political interference, which has contributed to the more than 20% increase in rates over the last 2 years. Holt did not say if her Liberal government would rule out rate caps or freezes, and blamed previous governments for the current state of the utility, which last week received the go-ahead to increase rates by more than 4%. A more formal reply to the report from the government is expected in May. In Tantramar election news, as of yesterday afternoon, Ward 4 is the only ward left which could be decided by acclamation in the municipal election. That's if no other candidates step forward before the deadline to submit nomination papers tomorrow, Friday, April 10th at 2 p.m. The ward covers Tantramar communities further north, like Cookville and Midgick, and if no one else registers, the single candidate running will claim the seat without an election. This week saw one more candidate throw their hat in the ring in Ward 1, so there will now be an election for that ward, while other wards remain unchanged. Wards 1, 2, 3, and 5 have 2 candidates to fill single seats. Ward 3 has 7 to fill 4, and 2 people are vying for mayor. The election is set across the province for May 11th. For more information, check out our election coverage at chmafm.com. And now, your feature story. April in Tantramar marks the start of spring. A shift in precipitation from snow to rain, the early-to-rise flowers beginning to bloom. It's also National Poetry Month. For Tantramar's Poet Laureate Laura Watson, the month is another chance to convince people to care about poetry and to show them it can be something for everyone, not just those with the right education or special temperament for it.
I think we should think about poetry the same way we think about all the other kinds of art that we engage with all the time. You know, you probably don't think of yourself as someone who doesn't like any music. You just have certain music you like. I think there's poetry out there for everybody. There is poetry for different occasions. There's poetry that's really challenging and that you're going to have to put a lot into to get anything out of it. And then there's poetry that's just like an easy, fun time. And, you know, there's room for all of it.
Traditionally, a poet laureate would write poems to mark special occasions, and while Watson publishes a poem every month in the Tantramar newsletter and will read poems at certain events, she views her role a bit differently, she said.
So I've mostly approached it as kind of an excuse to kind of bring people together or build community around writing in the area. I'm not a poet with like an incredible publishing record or anything like that. So I've tried to approach it more as just like, how can I help support this community?
To that end, as she has for the past few Aprils, Watson is busy sorting through the submissions for this year's poetry contest. Submissions closed on Monday, and there will be an event at the end of the month to announce the winners and give them an opportunity to read their poems. But in the interest of promoting poetry for all, there will also be an open mic component, so anyone from the municipality is welcome to read something they wrote or even a poem they like, said Watson.
So there'll be that event at the end of the month. And we're also putting together a chapbook of all the poems that were submitted to the contest. And that will hopefully also be out at that event at the end of the month, which is on April 28th. It's a Tuesday at 6 p.m. And this year the chapbook's going to be printed by Gasbro Press, which is really nice since they have recently moved to Sackville.
Other events celebrating the month were a poetry circle at Station 8 in Dorchester on Tuesday, and the Writers' Open Mic later this month that Watson hosts in the Bill Johnstone Memorial Park Center. The Sackville Public Library has also chosen a book of poetry for its monthly book club, which they will meet to discuss on the first Tuesday of May. As always, head to chmafm.com to follow this and other stories from your community. And if you have any news tips or ideas, email news@chmafm.com. I'm Mike Robar with your local CHMA News from Tantramar.
तुम्ही सॅकविल न्यू ब्रन्सविकमध्ये ऐकत आहात CHMA 106.9 FM.
And here is your CHMA Atlantic update. The police watchdog for New Brunswick says a member of the Bathurst police force is facing multiple criminal charges for allegedly harassing a former intimate partner. The Serious Incident Response Team says charges include criminal harassment, uttering threats to cause death or bodily harm, breach of trust, and harassment. The offenses are alleged to have happened over a 2.5-year period beginning in November 2022. The officer is scheduled to appear in Bathurst Provincial Court in June. The federal government says it will spend $28 million to help with Halifax's redevelopment of the Windsor Street Exchange. That money is part of the $300 million Build Communities Strong Fund announced Tuesday that will go towards 13 projects. The federal cash will help increase wastewater capacity in the area and allow for more housing. The exchange handles about 48,000 vehicles a day, and the $180 million revamp is expected to improve traffic flow. Halifax police are investigating a suspected arson in Bedford. Police responded to a vehicle on fire on Broad Street around just after midnight Sunday. A Honda Civic was fully engulfed, and police say the two vehicles beside it caught fire as well. Police were told a man smashed a window before the blaze and threw something inside. The union representing Charlottetown's firefighters says it's disappointed there's no money in the budget for more full-time staff. The city's budget includes $6 million for a third fire hall and $2 million for a new fire truck, but nothing to expand full-time staffing. The union says it's been asking for more full-time staff for years. The mayor says more firefighters are a possibility in future years. Parks Canada says the cost of fully restoring the now closed main lodge at the Celtic Lodge Golf Resort in Cape Breton is estimated at almost $70 million. Citing a third-party study, the federal agency says the 75-year-old hotel inside Cape Breton Highlands National Park is badly deteriorated and requires upgrades to its electrical and heating systems. The study says there is a $58 million option to partially restore the Tudor-style building, or it could be torn down for $11 million. The federal agency says it has yet to decide what to do, saying it has to consult with Ontario-based Golf North, which leases the property and the adjacent golf course. Halifax's cruise season has kicked off for the first ship of the season in port. The first ship arrived yesterday, and the port says it expects 189 calls by 28 cruise lines between now and November. Highlights include Bermuda cruises that have added a stop in Halifax and a visit from the Queen Mary 2 in July. Officials say cruise ships generate about $200 million a year for the city, supporting about 1,000 jobs. And that has been your CHMA Atlantic update.
Hey, this is Lena from Plaster Rock, and you're listening to CHMA.
And now for the weather. Today we're looking at sunny skies, wind becoming south 20 kilometers an hour, gusting to 40 in the afternoon with a high of 10, wind chill minus 12 in the morning, and a UV index of 5 or moderate. In the evening, clear skies with wind going south 20 kilometers an hour, gusting to 40, becoming light late in the evening, with a low of minus 2 and a wind chill of minus 4 overnight. On Friday, April 10th, we're looking at sunny skies with a high of 13 and periods of rain in the evening with a low of plus 4. On Saturday, April 11th, rain with a high of 7. In the evening, clear skies with a low of minus 4. Sunday, April 12th, sunny skies with a high of 10, with cloudy skies in the evening and a 60% chance of flurries and a low of 0. Monday, April 13th, flurries or rain showers with a high of 11 and cloudy skies in the evening with a 60% chance of showers and a low of 10. Finally, on Tuesday, April 14th, we're looking at cloudy skies with a 60% chance of showers and a high of 14. And that has been the weather.
Hi, I'm Kaylee, and you're listening to CHMA.
And here's Brian Nielsen with your CHMA Sports Update.
Just 3 games in the NHL last night. The Buffalo Sabres solidifying their attempt to become the best team in the Atlantic Division in the Eastern Conference overall. They defeat the New York Rangers at MSG 5-3. Final Capitals shut out the hapless Maple Leafs at home in downtown Toronto, 4-0 final there, and it was the Edmonton Oilers with the 5-2 victory over San Jose on the road. In NBA action, the Cleveland Cavaliers defeat the Atlanta Hawks 122-116 at home. Magic by 12 over the Timberwolves in Orlando 132-120. Pistons taking care of business, securing the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. They win 137-111 over the Milwaukee Bucks. The Denver Chicken Nuggets 136 victors over the Memphis Grizzlies, who only managed 119 points. Spurs by 11 over the Portland Trailblazers 112-101. It was the OKC Thunder decimating the Clippers 128-110, and a tight one at the end of the night in the Valley of the Sun. The Phoenix squad defeats the Dallas Mavericks 112-107. Professional Women's Hockey League, they had some action last night, and they saw the Seattle Torrent travel to the nation's capital, and they defeat the Ottawa Charge 5-3 final in that one. And Major League Baseball, Toronto Blue Jays finally replying to all the losses to the Dodgers. They come back to defeat the Boys in Blue 4-3 final from the Sky Dome. Padres defeat the Pirates in Pennsylvania 8-2 final there. Guardians by 8 over the Royals 10-2. Boston shuts out the Brewers 5-0 in other afternoon action, and it was the Arizona D-backs with the 7-2 victory over the New York Mets in Citi Field, even up their record on the season 6-6, and the other New York squad loses as well as the Athletics defeat the Bronx Bombers 3-2 final in that one. And finally, a little tough one up at Totally Rocket High School. Boys volleyball squad, they lose both their games yesterday to Salisbury and LJR Lou J. Robichaud.
And that's Brian Nielsen with your CHMA Sports Update. Please be sure to check out Brian's show on Mondays at 8:30 a.m. for more sports commentary.
All right, round two. Hey, it's Nathan. You're listening to CHMA 106.9.
Hey folks, if you're looking for a fun and creative way to spend your Sunday, the Make Something Sunday program is now back with freestyle weaving. This is a hands-on workshop where kids 12 and under, along with their grown-ups, can play with weaving in a whole new way. This includes mixing yarn, fabric strips, and recycled treasures along with colorful beads to create their own one-of-a-kind textile artwork. So head down there on Sunday, April 19th at the Owens Art Gallery from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. This program is offered free of charge and requires no booking, so mark your calendars. Hey folks! If you're looking for live music this April, check out the Voodoo Charmers, a blues rock band from Wolfville, Nova Scotia. You can enjoy some original songs as well as covers inspired by blues legends. You can catch them live at Ducky's on April 25th from 3 to 6 p.m. The cover is $10 at the door or pay what you can. So do not miss out, folks.
And that was your CHMA News. Please visit www.chmafm.com for more news and to sign up for our email newsletter. Funding is provided by our monthly sustainers, the Community Radio Fund of Canada, and the Municipality of Tantgimar's Community Development Grant. If you have a story idea or would like to include an announcement, please write us at news@chmafm.com.
Hi, my name is Mai Noel, and you can listen to Live at 5 on CHMA 106.9 FM from 5 p.m. until 6 p.m. Hey guys, you just heard my voice, and you are listening to CHMA 106.9 FM in Sackville, New Brunswick, Voice of the Marshes. I'm Maya Noel, and this is the Late Morning Show. Today is Thursday, April 9th. I hope everyone has been having a wonderful week. We're going to jump into some music. First up, we have Tallulah Argue with Hot Stuff and Jaguar Sun with No Turning.
When he was resurrected, that's how I feel every time you take me back. My friends think he's evil 'cause he drinks too much. My lungs are filled with trepidation. He follows me like a dog through the crowd. Young girls whisper, and I punch him in the arm. When I notice he stopped listening, and I look at him so cross. We know exactly what I'm doing, but he won't say nothing. No, he won't say nothing. You can't drive far enough to get away from me, hot stuff. I'm not crazy, baby. I've only had a line or two, but I know I'm the one for you. When you shook my hand at my birthday party, was it just the smell of youth, Victoria's Secret, pink perfume that made you shake my hand and then shake my body? I left my anklet on the dance floor. He's on his knees looking for it. Now I'm in the passenger, hand on my knee while he floors it, and the wind hits my eyelids. Upstate breeze, early morning, and I know that he adores me, and he won't shut up about it. You can't get far enough to get away from me, hot stuff. I'm not crazy, baby. I bite off more than I can chew, but I want all of you, hot stuff. It's not less. I
You just heard No Turning by Jaguar Sun on CHMA 106.9 FM in Sackville, New Brunswick, Voice of the Marshes. I'm Maya Noel, and you are listening to The Late Morning Show. And we also listened to Hot Stuff by Tallulah Argue. Next up, we have Common Holly with Dyson and Sammy Volkov with A Matter of Time.
Just waiting for my Dyson, waiting at the window. I don't wanna miss it. I got a dusty house, live on a major street. There's a lot of traffic. If you listen, you can hear it. If you listen, you can hear it. S-A-A-Q, just waiting for my license. Waiting for permission. I don't wanna miss it. I got a place to be. Hope someone can help me. The jingle of bureaucracy. If you listen, you can hear it. If you listen, you can hear it. Hallelujah. Just waiting for a good end. Waiting for my godsend. Don't wanna miss it. If it never comes my way, I'll come back the next day. See about the mystery. If you listen, you can hear it. If you listen, you can hear it.
There's a place you ignore. Step inside, lock the door, close your eyes, free your mind, simplify. Close your eyes, free your mind, simplify, and you will find it's just a matter of time. Another mountain to climb, we're all partners in crime. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. Another mountain to climb. We're all partners in crime. It's just a matter of time. There's a place you ignore. Step inside. Unlock the door. Close your eyes. Free your mind.
That was Sammy Volkov with A Matter of Time on CHMA 106.9 FM in Sackville, New Brunswick, Voice of the Marshes. I'm Maya Noel, and you have been listening to The Late Morning Show. We also listened to Dyson by Common Holly. We're coming to the end of the show. No worries, because there's always stuff happening on CHMA, but I'm going to send you away with a couple more songs. First up, we have Yaya Bay with Blue and Red PK with Get Down. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you again at 5 p.m. Bye now.
Say what you mean what you say. It's a new day. There's no running away from yourself. You're getting old, needless to say. It's a new day and a few grays. Baby girl, you ain't no baby no more. There's no excuses no more. You've got to knock down the door. Hey, so go ahead and cry about it. Baby, don't be shy about it. We can see it all over you. It's written all over your face. Baby, you look blue. And baby, the sky is too. To heal, and baby, listen. Your lover can't fix it. The time is so heated, comes back and reveals it, and hands it right back to you. And hands it right back to you. So go ahead and cry about it, baby. Don't be shy about it. All over you, it's written all over your face. Baby, you look blue. And baby, the sky is too.